What's up, everyone? Nice to be with you here today. As Chairman Powell is actually testifying, we'll see if that moves the market at all. I don't know. I thought the best thing I saw was what Christian sent me this morning, and it was someone who said if the market's up, it's because fears of coronavirus are subsiding, and if the market's down, it's on fears of coronavirus. So, you know, that really means like we have no idea if it's up or down, right? That's literally an emotional decision. So I don't know what that would mean for anything anyhow. But you know, last week on this call, it was a huge day because the markets were up and Christian gave us a market read that was leaning down. And the next day we were down 700 points. And there were a lot of people who benefited from that read. And that's what this call is all about. It's about staying it's about staying in rhythm with the market and also anticipating what could happen. And if that does happen, you're prepared. So for any of you that had that little voice in your head, you know, saying, hey, we could go down tomorrow. Well, you know, that definitely prevented you from losing money or putting on trades. So it's definitely it's good that we do these calls. So we're gonna do a market breakdown, go over smart trades, go over the other trading services, and then we will we'll do a quick Q&A. It's very slow heading into the weekend. We'll do a quick Q&A. All right. Yeah, very, very light right now overall in the market. As you can see from my P&L, I have nothing going on. That's it. You know, it's like current events is, you know, you have someone testifying now. We will get some more economic data out next week. We have coming up things that can move the market are June jobs number, quarter end rebalancing, bank stress test results, ISM data. I mean, some of that's out already. We'll see. Market's kind of, you know, I like listening to Christian on that. And then in individual stocks, I will say one of my favorites to trade, Beyond Meat. I got a double downgrade. You know, they have increased competition. It kind of broke down on trading range, so I've kind of been staying away from that. We still are in a euphoric market, so that's why I got into the plug trade, where we see things that people are interested in get extended. And I think overall the key is, as always, to make trades, to be light and just kind of stay within rhythm of the market and not expect anything that looks good one day to mean anything the next day. Christian, right? You want to talk about follow through at all? Do you think there's a lack of follow through, so to speak? Yeah, Christian, you want to talk about follow through or lack thereof in this market?
I guess what exactly do you mean? In what context?
The way we could be down 700 points one day, close on our lows, look like the whole world's going to hell, and the next day the futures are up 250 points. How like a bad day doesn't translate into the next day being bad.
Well, yeah, certainly the last, at least the last week. Obviously, last Thursday looked terrible. You know, then we had an okay day on, I'm sorry, Wednesday. Then on Thursday, you know, had an okay day, and it looked like we would be up on Friday, and then we completely reversed that. Nothing looked good about Friday, and then yesterday. So it reminds me of really on a smaller scale, but it's what was happening back in March, where even though overall the move was down, you know, there were plenty of days where it certainly looked like that's what got us into the habit of putting those strangles on, because even though it looked clearly like we'd be going higher the next day or clearly like we'd be going lower, you know, we completely reversed it, you know, reversed ourselves around. So, you know, the last week has reminded me of, you know, similarly, although much smaller moves than obviously in March. But, you know, so you know, you choose to stay out of it. this morning in TPM Live, we were like, well, it's hard to say I want to get long because yesterday's look has the exact same look of last Thursday, and look what happened. On the other hand, it does look like we're going to go higher, and then of course here we are higher. So it's one of those things where you can wait for something more convincing, or just kind of sit it out, I would say.
Today's the last day of the first half of the trading year. And for anyone who's a football fan, I pretty much equated it to do you guys remember the 2018 Chiefs-Rams game where both teams scored over 50 points, third highest scoring game of all time, first time ever in the history of the NFL, both teams scored over 50 points, first time ever in the history of the NFL that a losing team put up 50 points and lost. Anyhow, that's what the stock market first half has been. So as we head into halftime, so to speak, 3-day weekend, we'll take it as a little halftime, the second halftime, so to speak, we could just kind of be light, come and reevaluate. I'm as light as you'll ever see me. All my positions. Am I sharing my screen right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I have Cisco, which I always have 400 shares of Cisco with some calls sold against it, so like nothing. Uber, I have one contract. This HYT, 200 shares. Dunkin' Donuts, I've had 300 shares since 42. Activision, Sonos, 100 shares. Work, 100 shares. T, the 200. Plug, I'm flat now. We got flat today. MJ, IBM, the SPY, and this fuel cell. I have nothing. This is my P&L. Maybe can move $1,000 in a day with these positions, and that would be extreme. Right now it's moved nothing. It's literally nothing. And that's my mindset heading into this long weekend. I don't see anything of interest in anything, And yeah, Kristen, I'll say to you, I know we have like sometimes trade pressure where people want alerts every week. But this is so light where like paying premiums and options right now just feels wrong because these things aren't moving. And like yesterday, literally, I left at like 1 o'clock, and when I got back at 4 or 3:50 just to check prices, I mean, granted, these weren't big stocks, but anything I was in had not moved notably at all. Like $20 stocks and under were within 5 cents of where I left them. And then IBM was within like 50 cents in 3 hours, So I never liked, Jake, in this kind of market, adding on to a position, like averaging down. I don't buy more. I think that's just a golden rule. You don't average down. Tom Sosnoff said that too on our call. Don't average down. The NASDAQ pulling the market. Well, I mean, as Christian says, Robert, for the NASDAQ, one can't go without it. NASDAQ's leading the way higher, but unless the others follow, it's not going to keep going, is the thought. But I don't want to force it. Like I said, I'm light. We have a long weekend. Rest up. Focus on enjoying yourself. This is not a time to be heavy. Make some trades if we see them, and then, things will get busy again. So enjoy the downtime because we're going to be back going quick soon. All right, everyone? Talk to you next week after a long weekend. And listen, have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe. Enjoy. You've worked hard. Now play hard. All right? Happy 4th of July, everyone. Enjoy the 3-day weekend.